What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be making a heavily requested recipe. It's going to be keto coffee creamer. You might be asking yourself, isn't creamer already keto friendly? Some of them are. Nature's creamer, just heavy cream, that is very keto friendly. But if you're talking like the Coffee Mate type of things, they make some sugar-free varieties, but it's like a lot of chemicals and stuff. You got this type of stuff, which is like nuts that they turn into creamers with like, you know, thickening agents and all that type of stuff. So what I wanted to make today is a simple cream-based creamer, but it's also sweet and flavorful like so many of you guys like. Really simple recipe. All we're gonna do is add a cup of heavy cream, or as much as you wanna make. You could do 2 cups, you could make a big batch. I'm gonna just kinda eyeball this. We're gonna do a cup worth of heavy cream into a saucepan. We're gonna turn the heat on to medium heat, and the whole point is really just to get the sweetener, which we're gonna be using erythritol, to dissolve permanently into the cream. So you don't necessarily need to simmer it or like heat the cream too high. You just got to get it to dissolve. And we're going to be using powdered erythritol. And if you're totally unfamiliar with keto, baked goods and stuff, erythritol is a sugar alcohol. It's 0 carbs, so it's our favorite. It's what we use to cook most of our baked goods and stuff, and we're going to be using it here. And this is powdered. Typically it'll come in a granular form, like kind of the way sugar is. You can just put this in a coffee grinder and it'll turn into a powder. Yeah, you have to turn the coffee grinder on. It doesn't just magically turn. Mega saying that I didn't specify that enough. So here we are. We got 2 tablespoons of erythritol. We're gonna add that in. And we got a whisk. We're just gonna whisk this together. If you don't like using erythritol, which I personally like to limit it, you could just only use stevia, which we're gonna also use 5 drops of. But you can just go like 40 drops of stevia instead. If you really wanna up the flavors, you can find things like this. I'll link these below. These are on Amazon. They're stevia, but they're flavored with different flavorings. So this one is chai spice. This one is English toffee. That's probably my favorite one. You could use those in this recipe. But instead of that, we're gonna be making vanilla creamer today. So we're just gonna add a splash of vanilla extract. We're gonna do about a teaspoon. You can use your personal favorite coffee extract flavoring though. They have hazelnut, there's like amaretto. That's gonna be all the ingredients. Now you just kinda gotta whisk this together. If you wanna try doing a dairy-free creamer too, you can use canned coconut milk. You wanna make sure it's actual coconut. They will sell these canned coconut milks with just coconut flavoring and like thickening stuff. So make sure you're getting actual coconut milk. And this, I think we're about done here. You're getting some bubbles. I don't see any granulars of erythritol remaining, so I'm gonna call it. We're gonna transfer this to a mason jar, which is how I like to store it. Now, if you're a mason jar newbie, you can't seal it when it's still steaming, or the mason jar will explode. Here I have a nice fresh cup of coffee, and the creamer, the volume of it didn't change very much at all, so a tablespoon is still gonna be about the same macros as heavy cream is. So for 1 tablespoon, it's about 50 calories, little under 1 gram of carbs, and like 5 grams of fat. Wow, that tastes, I used to drink Coffee Mate every single morning, multiple times when I went to work. This tastes a lot like the Coffee Mate creamers, French vanilla. When we set out to make this recipe, I was like, this is kind of dumb. Do people really want this? But it definitely upgrades your heavy cream and makes it a little bit tastier, because I know so many people love the flavored coffees. And you really achieve that with this cream. I would say this is a winner. Check this recipe out, guys. It's linked in the description of this video. If you go to ketoconnect.net, that's where all of the other recipes are. That's pretty much it for today. Comment below with any recipes you want us to try creating for you in the future. Thanks for watching.